Hey, welcome to Real with Ryan. This is going to be a different type of video, but I guess every video is a different type of video. I have never had any sort of smartwatch, and recently I've been really into working on my health, trying to improve my physical fitness. And with that being said, I want some sort of activity monitor to track my health, track my steps, track my workouts, and my calories burnt. I did a little bit of research. I looked up the Apple Watch because I use iPhone. I looked up the Fitbits. I looked up various heart rate monitors, and I finally found something that I think took the cake, and that is the Whoop band. I think it's relatively new, but it is 100% a health and activity tracker. And I'm gonna be unboxing that today because I bought it. Basically, the decision came between the Apple Watch and the Whoop band. But what I felt like I didn't need was a screen on my wrist. I already look at my phone enough, even when it's just sitting in my pocket. So I really didn't want to have that screen on my wrist. And I felt like I wouldn't really want to do crazy, intense workouts and adventures with such a nice, moderately destructible gadget sitting on my wrist like an Apple Watch. So I got the Whoop band. I'm gonna be unboxing that and telling you a little bit about it today. So this is the Whoop band unboxing. I ordered at the standard Whoop band, at least the subscription, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And I also got the denim pro knit clasps. And so here's the boxing, relatively simple, but I'm gonna just start with opening up the clasp and see what we're working with here. And open it up, and here we go. We've got the Whoop band clasp. Got in here's the actual clasp. It's a beautiful kind of gray. And then here is the denim band itself. And instantly I can tell it's pretty stretchy. It's a really light material with kind of like a space gray kind of cuff. And on the inside here, you can see this texture, which kind of feels like the soft side of Velcro in a way, relatively soft. So that is what I will be putting the Whoop band on. And yeah, there's just some instructions. I like the simple packaging. I appreciate that. Let's now open up the actual Whoop band itself. And so this is the Onyx strap that comes standard, and then it also has the Whoop band. So we're gonna give this an open, and this is everything we have. So we're looking here at the instructions. This is primarily used through an app, and look, I think all of the instructions actually sit there, which I really like. I'm gonna start over here. We can see the band itself sitting there, and then this is, what is this? Oh, I guess it's just like a little pouch. Nice little touch with a supplied charger. Fantastic. This is going to be the battery, and there's a cool battery feature of this that I'll go into in a second. Put that here. And then here is the actual Whoop band. All right. And so simple packaging, and that's it. Pulling this to the side. This is the Whoop band. You can see this is the black. This is the standard strap. It's not nearly as kind of stretchy and light as this one, but standard black. This will do the trick. And looking at this, we have some sensors, and that is everything you get in the Whoop band box. Just off the bat, visual wise, it looks good. I really like the color of this band. I like how light it is. I tightened it pretty tight. I think I want to kind of try to get used to it being pretty tight, rather than kind of get used to it being loose. But yeah, it's on my wrist, pretty comfortable, looks good. First impressions are good so far. Now it's time to get it paired and functioning. Okay, I have the Whoop strap set up. It only took a few minutes, and it's super intuitive. So here it is. There's no screens, no anything, but it connects to an app. And so I got the app set up and the account connected. And right now, there isn't enough data on me to populate the app, but this is something that's really cool with the Whoop, is it collects data over time. So I'm going to be able to see longitudinal trends in comparisons versus like my everyday, as well as see the types of data that will be needed on a day-to-day basis. So really cool for me. I'm a data nerd, and I think this is going to be great. It will tell me what my heart rate is. So 60, 61, I must be a little bit nervous as I'm talking, as well as the battery life. So that's really cool. Super simple. Yeah, battery life's here. It's saying everything's connected, but there hasn't been any data yet just because I put it on. But one cool thing to note, this always stays on your wrist. It is completely waterproof. Shower with it, swim with it, work out with it, do everything. It never leaves your wrist. And that also means you never have to take it off to charge. And it's got a cool method of charging. So this is a little charging cable, and this connects to this, which goes into a USB, and this simply, this just slips on the band, and so now it will be charging. So now this thing, you leave it on your Whoop strap, and it charges while you're going through your day. The battery is not waterproof, so don't swim with it on. And it has a little pouch, which isn't super necessary, but you know what, I respect it. And that's it. So I'm gonna be testing this out. I'll probably make some follow-up videos. It is day 3 of having my Whoop band, and I wanted to give just a quick update about how it's going so far. It's been fantastic. A quick few things to note. The band itself looks great. I'm really happy with this denim color and clasp. It looks awesome. My girlfriend likes it. So, and it's more or less comfortable. I keep it pretty tight because with most heart rate monitors and sensors, you should keep them relatively tight. After the first day, my right wrist had a little bit of sensitivity, maybe slight bruising. And then I switched it to my left wrist and did it for a day until my wrists get a little bit, I guess, used to keeping this thing tight on them. Switching it like every day has been working for me. You can definitely keep it on one wrist, but I've been switching it. I haven't taken it off pretty much at all, just to switch wrists. The band is great. It definitely quick dries. I was skeptical how it would feel after I showered and got it wet. Definitely dries fast. It's not that bad in the shower, and it's not bad for sleeping either. It doesn't bother me. I really like the way it charges. That's fantastic. Let's see, now for an update on what it's been doing for me. The most interesting thing, the way it tracks and monitors my sleep. And I'll show you some stuff on this app in a second. I will say it's only day 3, and it still is trying to learn kind of like my body and the ins and outs of me. But so far, it's kind of comparing my heart rate and heart rate variability and other statistics to kind of averages to give me kind of some baselines. And so one thing that's been really cool, I don't know if you can see that, is recovery. So based on how I slept, how hard I've been exerting myself, kind of measured by heart rate and heart rate variability, it shows me kind of the percentage at which my body is recovered and able to perform. So the past 2 days, I have been at a 95%, then 85%, then 73% recovery. And I have worked out really hard the past 3 days. And so I've been tracking those workouts, and kind of the amount of activity and stress you're putting on your body is measured in strain. So I have 10.2 strain right now. It is on a scale from 1 to 21, and this is still learning my body. So I'm not going to really completely trust these statistics yet, just because there's only 3 days. It's going to need more data and time, but it's been at least calculating my heart rate variability, resting heart rate, and kind of attempting to measure my recovery percentage as well as the strain I'm putting on my body, which I find completely fascinating, even if it hasn't even learned my body yet. You know, it also has a calorie counter. So I burnt 1,667 calories. I don't know how accurate that is, but you know, I had absolutely no of telling how many calories I was burning before wearing this. So seeing even just an estimate, even if it's plus or minus 300 calories, that's way better and way more accurate than I was getting. So super interesting. I'm really enjoying this data so far, enjoying monitoring my workouts, seeing my heart rate during my workouts, seeing my heart rate when I'm resting, checking out my heart rate when I take a cold shower, looking at my patterns in sleep, and the relationship between my deep sleep, light sleep, and I'll actually show you my sleep. So this was last night's sleep. There's probably a much better way to show you this. But yeah, I got 7 hours and 22 minutes of sleep. It shows me how long it took me to get to bed, which was 19 minutes. My respiratory rate, the amount of disturbances, and all of the different cycles of sleep. So yeah, just fantastic. And it will ask me questions based on the activities I did the day before to start getting a few patterns done. So questions anywhere like, did you drink alcohol? Did you smoke marijuana? Did you engage in sexual activity? Did you meditate? Did you take a ice bath? Did you exercise? Did you eat before bed? All these different types of questions. All of these types of things can affect your sleep over the long term. So hopefully I'll be able to find out more and more about those and kind of what is affecting my sleep, what's making me recover better. But so far, it has been endlessly fascinating for me. I'm really excited for it to learn my body better. So I can then learn my body better from it, have better performance and feel better. But so far, so good. The Whoop Band has been fantastic. I'll probably make another follow-up video in a week or two, just to see how the data has progressed. Okay, it's been a long time coming, but I'm finally going to tell you about the Whoop Band that I've had. I bought this in, I think, the beginning of June, maybe a little bit before that. So I've had it for around 3 months now. And let me tell you, this thing has been awesome. As you can see, I'm wearing it. I wear it on both wrists. Usually I change it after I take a shower, but this thing has been on me for 3 months in a row. And it's comfortable. I can almost never notice it. And one thing I like so much is with this color, it looks exceptional. It goes well with everything I'm wearing. It's very lightweight for my workouts. It stays on when I swim, when I run, when I bike, all of it. And so as far as the aesthetics, the way it fits, feels, and looks, I give this Whoop Band a 10 out of 10. It charges up in like 30 to 45 minutes, and then the battery life is exceptional. This thing will stay charged for 3 or 4 days. It hasn't died on me a single time. It's been easy to recharge. It's been fantastic. I have loved learning about my recovery. And so I look at this every single day. Every single day I look at what is my recovery, what is my day strain, how hard can I go on my workouts. If you haven't known, I am training for a triathlon. So seeing how well my body is recovered has just been amazing. And so last night I got 7 hours and 40 minutes of sleep, and I can track over the past week how much sleep did I get, how hard am I training, how much am I straining, how recovered am I, and it has just been absolutely fantastic. And here you can see like my percentages of sleep performance, and it really has been just an exceptional tool to learning about kind of like my body and, you know, learning what affects it, what level of recovery am I at, how hard can I go today. So here is the monthly performance review that I have unlocked, and at the end of each month it will break down all of the data that it has collected over the past month and give you some outline. So I'll go through a few of these. We can see I have the full months of June and July, and we can see the sleep performance. And so I have a 10% increase in sleep performance from July to June. And here's every single day. So hours of sleep versus sleep need. You can see all this. I did a good job of sleeping this summer. As well as it looks at your different sleep cycles, so REM and deep sleep, and compares the breakdown between those. I love data, and seeing all this data is just really fun for me to dive through. And the fact that I can see it on a monthly basis and it breaks down this month versus last month, like seeing the number of activities, active time, duration, and strain of my workouts has been fantastic. Also, the heart rate zones and strain zones, those are great too. I can see a colored map of how hard am I going throughout the whole month. So yeah, I guess I got this towards the beginning of May or end of April. And you can see through June and July, I get a little more intense in my training and consistency. A fun little tidbit, and my data mine is picking up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. Look, I'm recovering well. At the beginning of the week, I think I focus on sleeping, and I'm doing good at recovering. Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I don't sleep as much, and so you can kind of see that I'm recovering a little more poorly on the weekends. And it also probably correlates a little bit with how hard I'm straining. I think there's a little bit more strain on Friday, Saturday, Sundays, but that could be incorrect. But just the fact that it has all this data, I absolutely love. This could be my favorite part of the Whoop in general. This, every night it asks me after I wake up, what did I do yesterday? And it's kind of like a journal style survey. And over the course of these months, it will tell me what things I have done that increases my recovery and the quality of my sleep. So the top thing this last month was reading in bed. I increased my recovery by 10% each night I read in bed, which is just awesome. Melatonin shows that it is increasing my sleep performance as well. And surprisingly, something that is new this month, last month it wasn't the case, my device in bed says it's actually increasing my sleep performance, which I don't know how to think about that. I've had a better relationship with my device in bed. I haven't been binge watching YouTube or anything like I used to, so that's an interesting change. Last month, the device in bed decreased my sleep. Intermittent fasting will increase my sleep, and then so like meditation, just everything can either increase or decrease your sleep. So you can see slight decrease if I have sex, and late meal will also decrease that. And then alcohol as well. Alcohol is a big negative. So days I drink alcohol, my recovery drops. So I love seeing that data, seeing the things that make my sleep better, make my sleep worse. I think that's just fantastic to know. And as far as like my training intensity, here is like the optimal state within the bar. You can see I've stayed mostly between that. So in a good training state, a little bit below it at times. At least parts in June, but almost pretty much all of July, I was within like an optimal training state, which is fantastic since I'm training for a triathlon. This has been the review of the Whoop Band. It has been several months since I've had it, and I can say I would give this Whoop Band a 9 or 10 out of 10. For the uses that I have and wanted to learn about my body, it's been fantastic. The feel, the look, and the way it works has been excellent for what I use it for. I would say if you're wanting a fitness tracker to track your mileage, if you're racing, if you're doing a lot of training and you want something on your watch you can check, or on your wrist you can check, then I might look at a Garmin. But if you're wanting to learn about your body, learn about the things that make your body tick, and increase your performance and the way you feel and the way you recover, and you don't need an extra screen, I would highly recommend the Whoop Band. I know the cost structure of the Whoop Band is a little bit strange. You don't really pay for the band itself. You pay $30 a month per subscription fee, which sounds really strange and sounds expensive, but I think it's actually a fantastic thing. And over the course of the 2 or 3 months I've had the Whoop Band, the Whoop service has gotten better, the data has gotten better, their abilities have increased, and that's just because the value of your subscription gets better as more people are joining the network. So I really appreciate that. I'm going to keep paying for this for the full 6 months, and I imagine I'll keep on doing it afterwards, just because that $30 a month I'm paying for this Whoop Band, it's been fantastic so far, and I'm learning so much about my body. I do think that after I'm done with the triathlon, the learning will decrease some, but it really has been good, and I couldn't recommend the Whoop Band enough. Thanks for watching. If you want to follow up video, if you have questions about that, leave it in the comments section. I'll either answer it online, or I'll make another video following up about the Whoop Band. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and thank you for keeping it real with Ryan.